Hey guys, what's up? It's just Connor here. I hope you're having an amazing day as per usual. In today's video, I want to talk about the 3 mistakes that I've made in my high ticket sales career so you can learn from them and you don't have to repeat the same stuff that I did, right? Now, we're going to jump in straight away, but for some context, if you don't know who I am, you're new to the channel, the reason you should listen to what I'm about to tell you is because I am more experienced than about 95% of the market when it comes to talking about this topic. I can guarantee you that. I have the years of experience. I have the millions of dollars in sales. I have the money spent on sales education. Go look at my channel. I have full-length sales calls. I can guarantee you, you're not going to find any of that stuff anywhere else. That stuff aside, trust me, listen to what I'm about to tell you. It is real, it is truthful, it's coming from experience, it's back. It's what I wish I knew 4 or 5 plus years ago. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in and dive in. So the first thing is, for the first things first, is picking a wrong offer, right? This is one of the key skills that I think are the 3 components of being successful as a high ticket salesperson in this industry that nobody talks about, by the way, right? And the 3 things primarily is networking, aka lead generation for your business. Number 2 is offer acquisition, which is your interviewing skills. Number 3 is offer selection. If you do not have the right offer selection skills, you are not taught by the person that you are working with or that you're learning from or that you self-educate yourself, you have to go through trial and error and figure out which offers are going to be best for you. And trust me, my friend, that is going to suck. It's going to take you a long time to figure it out. It takes it takes months, right? And even without the experience from someone else who has been there and done that, you can definitely struggle, right? Picking a wrong offer in this industry is not viewed enough as it should be as an opportunity cost. It is not just the time that you're wasting on those offers, it is the opportunity and the money that you've lost, right? Very, very important to understand. The lack of education, the lack of self-awareness, the lack of criteria that you have to select an offer that's going to make you money is losing you 4 figures, up to 5 figures, up to multiple 5 figures a month, right? Potentially up to 6 figures a year without you even knowing it. So heading in this industry, you need to know what you're looking for, what to look for, what's a good offer, what's a bad offer, what are the red flags, so that you can make sure that you capitalize on the right opportunity. Because the key thing here as well is, again, most beginners in this industry, they get on an offer, they get on there for a couple of weeks, a couple of days, right? Maybe a month, maybe 2 months, maybe 3 months, maybe a year, like I did in my personal experience, and their sales career is put behind by a long time than they should have. Now, you are wasting the one thing that you cannot get back, which is time. You cannot buy time, right? The only way you can buy time is learning off people like myself, people who can teach you and show you how to shortcut that timeline, right? How to get the information that you do not have and get the experience and wisdom that you lack, right? Now, another point to that is, again, thinking that it's sales training, right? For a very long time, I personally have invested more in sales training than I would say majority of this industry has, right? I've spent $50,000 in cash in the last 4 plus years on my own personal development sales training alone. And I can tell you, it is less about your skill, it is more about the opportunity. The gurus will tell you that you just need more sales training, you just need to learn more education on how to sell better. Could not be further from the truth. I have been on an 8-figure company just over a year ago where I saw the worst salesperson I've ever seen in my life. Yet he was making more than majority of the industry. Why? Because he was on the right opportunity for an 8-figure company that was extremely, extremely successful. He's the right place at the right time. And he just followed a proven sales process, right? He sounded like a robot. He was terrible. I'm sure he was a nice guy, right? I'm not trying to throw shade to him particularly, but I'm just giving the example of that when you are on the right opportunity, is when you can capitalize it and you can make money. It's not often about the skills, it's more about the opportunity, right? Don't get sold on the dream that it's all to do with skills. I got to the point where all my mentors that surrounded me literally said, Connor, you are so good, right? You're amazing, right? You're fantastic, right? Not to gas myself up, but this is what my mentors told me directly. And I was like, I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. And then they finally told me, after investing a God knows amount of money in training, that it was not the skills, it was the opportunity, right? It took me a very long time to figure out. So hopefully you don't have to go through the same process that I did, right? And the final part to that piece of like picking a wrong offer is thinking that something is better than nothing. Something is not better than nothing. Something that is not good and that's going to delay you and your progress is literally going to waste you so much time, energy, money, and opportunity, and more importantly, belief, right? If you're coming to this industry as a newbie, as a beginner, and you get in an offer and it sucks and it's shit, and you don't end up making any money, you then decrease your self-belief and your conviction that this stuff works, right? So no, an offer, just like something better than nothing is better than nothing, is not true at all, right? Do not take an offer if you do not think that it is good, right? I can guarantee you there are better offers out there that are going to make you more money and actually be rewarding, right? Very, very key thing. First point, don't pick a wrong offer. Get the skills, get the right mentor, get the experience behind you so you can learn from others' mistakes, just like I have, right? Number two, start from the bottom and work your way up. You do not have to work from the bottom up, right? It's a popular concept that was done by Henry Ford that back in the Industrial Revolution, it was basically done so that people would work lower form positions, hoping that they would get paid and get to the next level, but never did, right? That was basically, why it was taught, and that's the whole like work your way up type thing. Doesn't work, right? Nobody cares about how long you've spent in a company, right? Maybe some do, but most don't, right? They care about the value you can bring to the table, right? How are you going to make the business more money, right? This is what people actually care about. I don't know anybody who starts at the bottom and is now at the top, right? I don't know anybody who starts in the mailroom and who is now the founder and CEO or the director, right? I just don't know. I don't know it. I haven't seen it happen, right? What's my next point? Only two things that matter, right? There's only two things that matter in this process, right? The relationship that you have and the value that you add to the business, as I just mentioned. Your network and the frequency of your network in the way that how the total mass of your network and the value of your network is so critical important, right? Yet most people don't think about it. And paired with that as well, the value that you add to that network, the mindset that you have of a service, you're a person of service, right? You add value to people. This is what most people lack and what most people are missing, right? The value that you add to the business, the value you add to your network, the value you add to people is the more money that you'll make. Most people mistake this and think it's the other way around. They take. They give me a job, give me a job, give me a job. I'm a job applicant. Please fill my pockets with cash. Please give me money, right? They've got it the wrong way around. You need to be thinking like a service provider. How can I add more value to more people? How can I add value to the table? How can I add value to the marketplace so that I am paid in proportion to the value that I add, right? This is the mistake that most people have. Again, you guys probably know this by now. Most people bring a 9 to 5 mindset into a pay performance industry, which simply does not work and it makes zero sense, okay? Third and final point, a big mistake that I don't want you to make is getting the wrong mentor or a mentor in general, right? I speak to young people every single week, right? Sometimes, if you don't have the funding together, that's okay. I'm not going to spawn money into your bank account. I'm not living in fairy tale land, right? But there are people that come to me almost on a weekly basis who tell me they have the funding and the resources together and blankly tell me in the face that they would rather do this on their own, right? Ego is the enemy here, right? Is the enemy. If you think that you're better than you are, I can guarantee you that you are not. I've gone through that process in my business at the moment, where at the moment, I've not considered investing in a mentor because I thought I knew too much, right? But ego is the enemy. Ego has delayed me in my progress in my business for months, right? I could have invested in that mentor a long time ago, right? Yet I haven't, right? This is a key learning that I had very early in my sales career is investing in a good mentor early is what you need to capitalize on the opportunity and capitalize on it well. The longer you delay getting the right help that you need is just wasting time. And again, coming back to that same thing, you can't get time back. You can't win your time back, but you can get money, right? Money is meant to be spent. It is meant to be invested, right? Cash flow, right? Flow. Bank, right? River bank, flow, right? Money is meant to be moved. It is meant to be transacted. It's meant to be changing hands. It's energy, right? So money is just a tool that you can use to get to where you want to go much faster. You shouldn't respect it, right? It's something that you can get get rid of, and you can get back very, very quickly, right? You need to understand if you do what struggling people do, you will struggle. If you do what successful people do, you will be successful. And if you look at the most successful entrepreneurs in the world, they invest in people, they invest in mentors to get them to where they want to go, right? The most successful 7 and 8 figure entrepreneurs, I can guarantee you they didn't get to where they were on their own. At least 90% of them didn't, right? Majority of them invested in a mentor and got someone to teach them the things and the knowledge that they lacked to get to where they wanted to go. So don't let the ego be the enemy here, right? Don't constantly tell yourself that you don't need a mentor. Please reach out to somebody. Ask for help, right? Book in a call with me. Send me a DM on Instagram. I'm more than happy to help. Even if you just have a few simple questions, I'm more than happy to help, because the problem is the longer that you go without this, the longer you delay your success. And I don't want to see that from you, my friend. Okay? So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Hopefully it wasn't too ranty, as sometimes I can get a bit ahead of myself. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you got it insightful. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.